You are watching the Grievance Gordy Show. How you doing? We're working on a treatment. My name's Grievance Gordy, and I am the writer of Linoleum Blown Apart. You guys know that Stanley Kubrick never made Napoleon. You guys know why? You guys know why? Stanley Kubrick never made Napoleon. It's because of a director named Walter von Woltspritzer. You guys ever hear this? He did a film called Bonaparte, Bon Ami, and that's why Stanley Kubrick never did Napoleon. You guys know your film history. Then in the 90s, there was a band called Linoleum Blown Apart because it was Napoleon Bonaparte. And the singer, you guys remember this guy? The singer had the same birthday as Napoleon. That's Linoleum Blown Apart, okay? So what if you got glare? You don't like it? Too bad. I can't see. So back when I started writing Linoleum Blown Apart, which features the original music from Beep 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 Beep, because by the time Linoleum Blown Apart catches fire, people don't want AI created music. They want music created by an actual human being. That's me. I was the progenitor of a group called the Grievance Committee. I was the songwriter. I did my job. Okay, I don't run a record label. I don't do any of that. The pilot for Linoleum Blown Apart, easy for me to say, is right on Kindle. Okay, it's ready to go. What are we doing here? Looky, looky, looky what I got. What? You changed the title? That's right. We changed it already. It's LA 2044. Sounds better. You guys got to admit that. You guys know I really like that show, Reservation Dogs. See, I can't even say it. But they were supposed to be called Res Dogs, because that's what they say on the reservation. In case you don't know, I'm Lumbee native, and we're about to get our national recognition, right? Okay. Stay tuned for the next show. I do half-an-hour shows only. Thanks for watching. The next show is going to be really powerful stuff. You guys are going to love it. I probably won't wait a week. This is it. We're writing a treatment right now. I'm in West Hollywood. That's where I live. I live in the tiny homes, and I eat off the EBT menu. Okay? In case you want to know about my personal life, I was raped in Florida, and it was set up by the police department that included my ex-wife and the drummer of the Grievance Committee. I want to make sure you guys understand that. And it was a horrific incident, and they expected my life to go away. They wanted me to go away. And it was terrible, terrible thing that happened to me. And I'm willing to talk about it anytime you guys want to leave a comment, right? So anyway, I've moved on in my life. That was 8 years ago. And I'm in LA, and this is what I do now. We are writing this together on my show. So you can leave a comment, okay? This has nothing to do with partisan politics, but check it out. Okay. LA 2044. Linoleum Blown Apart is done. It's going to be an on-demand series. It's going to be gritty like The Wire and The Sopranos, but it's going to have music like The Sopranos. It would be like taking David Chase's Not Fade Away and turning that into a series about 1980s punk rockers and a Kubrickian director. Like I said, Walter von Woltspritzer is more Kubrick than Kubrick, and he is more Hitchcock than Hitchcock, and we're going to take you into a Forrest Gump style, okay, where the punk rock band is playing from 1987 to 1997. So you're going to have people like Lemmy from Motorhead. You're going to have Kurt Cobain's death, okay? You're going to have all that in there, okay? So that's where we're going with that. I'm looking for a first refusal deal on that so we can take it to the next level, okay? This is the kind of projects. And by the way, I'm sorry I got distracted. Edward Norton, he talked about a Y Combinator style search engine that I believe that people know now that they're using at Netflix. Okay? So it's a Y Combinator style search engine. You put all the information for Linoleum Blown Apart in there, you'll see smoke coming out of that motherfucker. That's going to be in the red, like we used to say. I'm from the BC era before computers. That's right. So Edward Norton was talking about this when I was writing Linoleum Blown Apart. I started in 2022. Like I said, it's got all my songs in it that I wrote by myself in the Grievance Committee. Whatever, until 92, whatever. Right? So they have these search engines, and people know that now for Netflix. They put the information in there, and then that tells them, do they have an audience? Put Linoleum Blown Apart in there. I double dog dare you. Okay? So that's why we've moved on for Linoleum Blown Apart. I will be sending out letters of query to do the novelization. But again, I need the impetus to sit down and do it. I have other things to do, like my show. Thank you very much. Bye, 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 bye. We're only going to do half-an-hour shows. That's all I do. And I don't do them every day. I noticed that other podcasts, they talk about the same crap over and over and over again. Okay? You know, I have my favorites. We all do. But this is something unique, new, and different. Please check out my other channel. It's called Fallen Angelinos. Check out the shorts. I put them to music, and that's what I do there. Okay, here we go. This used to be called LA 2040. Now it's LA 2044. It sounds better, right? It sounds good. It takes place, what? 19 years in the future. This has got to go right away. This is ready to go. What we're doing is we're writing the pilot episode. That's what we're doing. And I'm sorry, I forgot like Jason Statham's name. Right? He's like the big action hero. It was really sad. I put in black action heroes and like Wesley Snipes, all these guys like my age came up. I'm like, what the hell? It was really fun because I was looking for like a variety. If you participate in racism, you're a moron. You're a parrot and a loser. Racism doesn't exist. It doesn't exist at all. And it's amazing how many times where you hear somebody call somebody a racist and they're talking about Asian and Mexican people. You ever hear that? No, you don't. Right? You never hear it. When someone's talking about quote unquote racism, it's white against black. I came up in Detroit at 6 Mile and Chalmers, make no mistake about that. Okay? The bands in Michigan at the time, there was a band called The Scraps, and they sounded just like the Misfits. We had an original sound. I was playing, I loved Stiff Little Fingers, and that's the style that I was heading towards. And then, you know, bands like Green Day came out, stuff like that, Rancid. We had that sound. They didn't exist in my world. There was a band called Elvis Hitler. They got signed to Relativity Records. It was a big deal to get signed. And that has to do with the story of Linoleum Blown Apart, which was my second band that I started in Detroit. Okay. We're going to talk about this. Music is important, obviously. We're not going to get into music today. We're writing the treatment right here. It used to be called LA 2040. Let's change it. LA 2044. You know how long that is from now? 19 years. So this has to go right away because this has to come out in 2030, right? We got 5 years to put this together. People are going to love this. It's all predictive programming, right? I was creating these concepts for years and I've been writing them out and that's how I work, okay? Like I said, I don't read books and scripts and screenplays. I don't do that. I did that in my 20s, in my 30s, okay? In my 40s, I got my million words in. I got 1 million words in, just writing garbage. And I threw out all of it, almost half of all of it, really. I threw out all of it, okay? And speaking of Detroit, it's really funny. There's some guy, I call him Sissy Doom. His mommy writes for the paper. Bro, his writing is so convoluted. It's these people, I call them Philistines because they have to be told what to do. This guy, Sissy Doom, because his mommy writes for the paper, his writing is so overtly loquacious. It's like, it's unreadable. But the morons there think it's good because he used big syllable words. Words with 3 syllables in them. Where do you put the emphasis on that? He's a bitch, and he's part of the bitch crew, Michigan bitch crew. That's what I call him. I'm from the BC era before computers, that's right. We're talking about LA 2044, okay? So, oh, and one other thing about Sissy Doom, this alleged writer whose mommy writes for the paper in Michigan. You guys know how Twitter, you had to say what you had to say in 146 characters? His book, he wrote a book, he did the same thing, but when you're a writer, there's a word count. They tell you, I need 5,000 words. Here's a subject, go, right? He did the same thing. See, morons who aren't writers don't know this. And they think, that's why I said they think he's like a genius or something. Dude, because you use flowery language that you can't even, that has no cadence to it. They think that's like, so he wrote a book that's basically Twitter. I'm not kidding. He wrote a book that's Twitter. Each chapter is 146 words, not characters, but words. And then he's got 146 chapters in his book. I'm like, that's Twitter. I'm like, what do you, ugh. Gross. There's a writer, I like the person. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Unlike Sissy Doom. And I like the guy, and I bought the book to support him, but it's like his book is one run-on sentence. That's all the book is. He's just going on and on and on. That's not what a writer is. I'm a writer, and I'm a songwriter. Okay, I got a little crusty sound. All right? I'm a writer and a songwriter, guys. That's what the fuck I do. And that's what we're doing right here. Oopsie, I didn't mean to say that F word. Don't restrict my views. I've had, you guys got to check out my next show. I'm getting excited, guys. Oh, you guys can believe this? Look at this. What's going on, weirdos? Look at this foamy kind of like, I mean, it's not, no plastic. All right. I drink Starbucks, and I eat off I used to call it the dollar menu. I eat at 7-Eleven now. 2 slices and a soda, $5. Okay. Right? Sorry, I didn't mean to hold you guys up, but everything I said before that's really important. That's part of my makeup. I'm Lumbee native, make no mistake about that. The skinheads in Michigan couldn't handle it. That's why I call them bitch crew, BC. I'm from the BC era before computers, okay. So, we got our anti-hero. Who's this guy? We all know him. Jason Statham. Right? We know this archetype. And it could be anyone. That's why racism is fake. You pick the best person for the job. That's it. Right? I was getting work as an actor because I was showing up. That's half of it. You show up. Right? I was late for a lot of things. I show up late. All right. So, who is this guy? He's our anti-hero. Aunt Me. That's my stepdad. I love my stepdad. I lost my mother, sadly, this summer. My mom was a force, by the way. She was a force. Ask any of my buddies. She was brutal, man. But that's okay. Jason Statham, right? I just wrote it out. Who's this guy? He's a middle-aged cop. He's about 35, and he's dealing with rookies and his captain. His captain is based on Hill Street Blues. Take a look at the beginning of Hill Street Blues. It's an old television show. That's what we're writing. We're writing television. All right, what's my good side? That one. Okay. And he's divorced. And look, he only sees his children on the screen. This is all predictive programming, guys. This is like a predictive programming wet dream right here. LA 2044. Everybody loves LA, to live and die in LA. I'm going to stay here till the cows come home, okay? As they say. Right? And what are the guys getting? They're getting a crypto bonus that's tied to their social credit score. This is for the rookies, the new recruits. Here's our anti-hero, Jason Statham type. We know this guy, Bruce Willis. Maybe he drinks a little bit too much. Maybe there's a new drug in town that's like a speed. Everybody loves methamphetamine here, okay? Philip K. Dick was doing speed, and the police department started running ops on him because, for whatever reason, I can't really talk about it, but I've been reading a little bit about that. Okay, so we know who this guy is. We have to establish it right away. He never touches his own children. He's divorced. We don't know who this broad is. Maybe she works. Maybe she works in the cop shop. She's a DA. You see these hot broads? Oh my God. His wife? She's the district attorney. There she is. Kamala Harris. That's his wife. Right? Kamala Harris type. Right? We could establish this. What was I saying? Oh, this broad. Boy, she had me fooled. She looked good because she'd go to an office and she'd dress up really nice. Bro, she came home. Oh my God. She dressed like a guy. Like, ugh, gross. She put her hat on sideways and it's like, ugh, what the hell? My ex was like that. So gross with those blue jeans. Ladies with the jeans, please, ladies with the jeans, enough. Stop dressing like you're a shit kicker in a fucking cowboy bar. Okay? So that's his wife. And this is his children. Now, I like daddy's girls. I like the female child because he's male. You have to have balance. Here's the balance. It's his daughter. She's female. Here's a daughter. See, she's in the little. And his wife. And they're both different types. Right? And he never touches his daughter. He never gets a hug. And you will show her hugging the device. Hi, Daddy, I'm going to kiss the phone. Everybody does that. You kiss the screen. Sorry. That's what we're going to see. We have to establish that. He doesn't touch anything. He doesn't touch real people. He doesn't want to smell his partner. Hey, I drive around all day. He's got a new rookie. This rookie is picking up some bad habits. This is bad habit rookie. Bad habits. Bad habits. Right? Sorry about this fiasco. I think I got the red one here. He's picking up some bad habits straight away. We got to see this guy. Right? Now, drugs are illegal and all that. These guys are bad habit. But he's doing bad habits like corrupt stuff. Like when they deny you your rights. Right? They ran an op on me and it ended with my rape in Florida. And this was a 20-year operation. It was filled with guys that I know. Right? So it was pretty horrific. And this is my real life. So you guys want to laugh about it? Leave it in the comments because I know people who are laughing about it. Can't say anything right now, but okay. So what else do we have going on? We have this nuke meltdown. How are we going to introduce this nuke meltdown? Because that's what's getting people out of LA, right? So this has to trickle in, just like the nukes that are trickling out, the meltdown stuff. What do you call that stuff? What do you call it? I can't think of what it's called. Radiation. Sorry. Maybe I should have wrote that out. Radiation. Right? It's leaking. It's trickling out. Pew, pew, pew. All right, so we have to introduce this somehow. Obviously, it's going to be on the news, on the big screen. I'm going to start coming in here and watching a film. Okay? He's melting down. This is coming in over the airwaves. Guys, stay out of this district, the captain tells him. This is the green zone or the red zone, whatever you want to make it. Whatever color code you want to use the real color codes of America, of FEMA. Right? Okay? So you got to stay out of the green zone. That's where we come in with the car chase. I told you guys I watch police videos, body cam. That's all I watch. Aside when I'm micro-learning or whatever you call that now. So I do my studies, my Gnostic studies. Just Gnostic means knowledge. That means technology and religion. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Okay, that's what I read. I read the white papers, the abstracts from PubMed, right? Published medical journals, Wormbase, Wikipedia. Okay, I'll show you guys someday. I'll have my little thingy I can show you. Anyway, so this is it right here. That's where these guys are heading. Okay, sorry I'm taking so long, but these guys you establish, you got to say the same things over and over sometimes. You got to drive this home. We are creating this right here. Now, where do they start heading? Into the green zone. What do they have? They have cash. What is this social credit score? This is established in the opening scene. Who is it established by? The cop and this guy who, they can't figure out why this guy hasn't retired. When are you going to retire? Whenever I feel like it. I stay another year, my pension goes up. They pay me more money to actually stay here and work. That's what they did to my dad at the Union, in the Union in Detroit. That's where I'm from. Okay. And the rookie, he gets a bonus. He gets this. His social credit scores through the roof. They can get a car. They can get a house. What does this guy do? Our cop? He got caught right in the middle. That's like me from the BC era. Computers were just coming out in the 90s. Video looked like crap. I was trying to shoot on film, and I did. I was very successful when I was an actor and a production assistant. And somebody died, OD'd in my apartment, and that was my destiny, was to OD. So I left New York. It was the same year that Jackie Brown came out. Jackie Brown was out. I was dope sick. I went to go see it by myself. I always go to the movies by myself. And I was dope sick. And I go, man, I got to get the fuck out of here, even if it's for a minute. I didn't go back for 15 years. I left and I went to rehab. I got kicked out. I went to Vegas and I OD'd and died. And I was brought back with Narcan. So I talk about my real life. I put it in a book called Two-Legged Animal. Okay. So look at these guys. You got to come out fast. You got to come out with the chase right away. You establish a couple things. He's talking to his daughter on the phone. We don't know about the wife yet. And this could come up in the conversation. This is why I'm creating this. This is a beat sheet. Okay? You could put this. Now, I have 8 treatments. It's called an episode, 8 treatments to save Hollywood. It's a joke. To save Hollywood, right? 8 treatments. And we're throwing them out. I don't give a crap. We're putting them in the Eggyverse. I'll explain that maybe next episode, what the Eggyverse is, okay? And we're using my ideas and we're gonna put them in here, what fits. Right in the first scene, he's going to work. These guys look like pimps. Their hooker girlfriends who are way too expensive for them, and they got them because they have their social credit scores through the roof. It's their social media credit score. As soon as they signed on, they went to the top they got more followers, they got bonus money. They're like, holy smoke. City worker. What we haven't established yet, we talked about in the other episode, we have the nuke is melting down, and we also have the panopticon, right? So the panopticon policing, where there's cameras everywhere. It's AI cameras, AI, right? LA 2044, when is this from now? 19 years. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Right. So here we go, we're off. This, I don't know, how long does it take to establish this? 3 minutes, right? Or we can establish it after they come back, but we need a surprise. I'd like to establish this in the first 3 minutes. They have that Hill Street Blues meeting. He makes a joke. The captain won't retire. He got there. He doesn't get the no bonus. He's just a regular flatfoot. He had to work his way up just like me, right? I'm here because of the work I did before getting here, right? And you establish through the radio or whatever. Now that's really good because you have all these new devices. This guy might still have his old iPhone. This guy might listen to satellite radio or something antiquated like that. To kind of show, like, you know, he's not as old as the captain, but he's seasoned, he's older. He doesn't know, man. He might get out of this. He doesn't know if it's worth it. Right away, what do? They get in a car. Right away, they got to go straight to a chase. What happens? They throw money out because they have to show, this is predictive programming, they have to show that money ain't worth shit. But people still get it because it's worth pennies on the dollar. So people are running around grabbing hundreds or 20s, whatever he throws out, right? Because they got a shit ton of cash. There's about 4 of these guys in one car. The cops are after him, so he starts throwing money out the fucking window because they're laughing. They don't give a F. I told you in the last episode, I know guys like that, right? And they cause car crash, so it's only the rookie, our hero, and 4 of these guys in the dead zone, and there is no surveillance except for their surveillance cameras, their body cam. So what are we going to establish? We're going to establish the bad guy. You guys ever see this movie, Sneakers? You ever see the movie Sneakers? I urge you to check it out. You got the bad guy and our anti-hero. Right? There, he's with 3 other guys. He's with 1 other guy. His partner. What are we going to do? I think we're going to have the anti-hero kill his partner. He's in the dead zone. Is that not shocking? I told you guys. These are 4 bad guys and his 3 henchmen. Right? And you think our anti-hero and these guys are going to get in a gun battle. There will be a gun battle. You've got to have a gun battle. So you got a gun battle and you have a chase. That's going to get your adrenaline going. And you're like, you're with this guy. You're like, yeah, we know this guy. And we know this guy. That's like my dad. That's like that weirdo who makes a grievance Gordy guy. That's like him. Yeah, that's right. It's all an archetype of myself. Like my songs. Ain't that right? Glass dildo. What's this guy's name? The Gerbil? Keith the Gerbil from Farmington Hills? Yeah, we're going to see about you, glass dildo. So, here we go. Shoot the motherfucker. Holy. What? Whoa. These are the bad guys. They're supposed to be... They're in a gun battle. And they are at first. Right? But these guys are stupid. Right? So 2 of these guys die. And you're going to leave 2 left. So you got 2 on 2. Right? You know, that's fair fighting. 1-on-1, 2-on-2. You know, that's unlike the guys who run with corrupt police officers. Like my wife, like the drummer of the grievance committee, Clifton. What do you think, I'm ever going to forget about you? No, I don't think so. We're going to see about you. Right here. Which is weird because my wife's brother is a police officer. He's got 2 children. It's like, oh, you want to see me get raped? Huh. So, right, what do we got? He's going to shoot the motherfucker. He's going to shoot his partner. Why? Why is he going to shoot it? This is a pilot episode. Why is he going to shoot this motherfucker? That's his partner. He's a rookie. He looks at him. He notices he's doing one of these. He's covering up his camera. He's like, he starts using a pocket where you're going to cover your camera. Now, there's predictive programming. You know, we can't go too far afield, guys. I'm dealing, because of my age, I'm dealing with a, is this better? You're like, no angle's better for you. I'm dealing at a government agency. In my bag right now, I don't know if I can show you. It's my bag. I have to send them snail mail. I told the lady from a government agency, I said, you know, just I'll fill it out online. I got to fill this stuff out, snail mail. I got to mail it to them. Do you see this? So there is big tech, but these guys are in this trap of dead tech. They're in a dead tech trap. It's like that term from Heat. Your fucking dead tech apartment. Fuck around on me, will you? Right? So that's the shocker. You're expecting this guy to kill him. Now take a look at Sneakers with the late, great River Phoenix, who also OD'd, just like me. I OD'd in 1999. The guy had told him to bring Narcan. Narcan wasn't happening when River Phoenix passed away. I don't want to get too far afield, but I'm just saying all that stuff is going to take place in Linoleum Blown Apart, guys. That's the major property. This is the second property. This is all of my ideas going into this MFer and yours. If you want to work with me, I got some surprises for you. Stay tuned to the next show. Here we just established it. He's going to kill his fucking partner, and they're in the green zone or the red zone, whatever you want to say. Green because it's like, it's radiation, right? And guess what? These guys know each other. So the next episode, please put your thinking caps on and let's start thinking about their backstory, these two guys. You like that? If I have my scissors, I go. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching my show. I appreciate it more than you'll ever know.